you're sharpening your skills. That's what this time period is for. Sharpen your skills. You'll be given minor tasks, how to figure out the way. Each and every one of us came here for this. And we are all masters of the universe. Are the masters of the universe here? Let us know in the comments. We're all masters of the universe. We all have the ability to create new realities, alter reality. You have this innately inside of you. And right now, God is allowing you to sharpen your skills for the big game. Yeah. You got a big game coming up. You got to practice. You got a big event coming up. You got to prepare. And right now, God is allowing you to sharpen your skills so that you are in tip-top shape to create. And that's the energy that we're in right now. And we're going to be talking about the importance of taking the first step. Who are the masters of the universe? Do you know the story about the masters of the universe? Putting a puzzle together, you have to look at things differently. Can't look at things with a, 3D lens. You're going to have to see beyond it. We can't live our lives backwards. If we did, we would understand the journey, but we have to go forth in the unknown. And therefore, you must sharpen your skills now. We gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly, right now, hit the like button? It helps others find this message. If today's message resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. Just click that subscribe button and you could hit the notification bell, select all. We have daily videos at 9 a.m. Eastern time, so you could sharpen your skills on a daily basis. It's all about self-mastery. We have a brand new video up on Patreon. The link is in the description. We had a tremendous Friday Night live stream last night. If you didn't get to see that, check it out. It's up on YouTube after this live stream is over or after you consume this replay. Sitting on the dock of a bay, I appreciate you. Yes, we are leveling up. We're up a level right now. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that very much. Very grateful. God has you sharpening your skills right now. As we all have the ability to create a new life for ourselves, we have the ability to alter timelines. You are given little tasks so that you can figure out how to alter, how to transmute reality. Trial and error until you get it right. And you could look at your life and you might be trying to figure things out. You're trying to crack the code. You're trying to figure out this puzzle. God will give you these little tasks, and through trial and error, you will move forward until you figure it out. And then you can move forward. You can't go to level 10 before you master level 2, for example. Cliff, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you, Cliff. Thank you so much, Cliff. Fist bump to you. Taking one step forward towards your new reality, it seems very small. You could do it. I'm not getting much out of this, but this is in alignment with where I'm going. Even though it's not a big deal, it seems like it's not a big deal, but it really is a big deal, because day after day, when you show up every day and you just take that one, this is where we're headed. Stop wasting time in the past. That is over. We take one little step forward. We take one little step forward. And it doesn't, but I'm not doing much. I guarantee you, turn around, kid. Look at your life. Where were you in 2019? Where were you in 2021? I guarantee you, if you look at that, you could say, wow, that is like a totally different reality right now. It's like a different dimension. So keep taking that little step on a daily basis. You never know what action you take will spark momentum. Once again, you never know what action you take that will spark momentum towards your destiny. That's why you have to do the trial and error. That's why you have to show up every day, because you never know. Remember, regret is worse than failure. Regret is worse than failure. So you need to take action, because you never know. Oh, this was the thing that sparked momentum. It is a real thing, and it could happen positively. Could also happen, things could come in your path to stunt momentum, almost like a sabotage, if you will. That's why you have to be focused on clearing the energy right now. There's a lot of densities. We picked up these densities. I mean, think of the world the past few years. You have to be still. And when you're still, then you're able to decipher the code. Decipher the code. The answers have been placed before us for many years. But what our job is, it's about becoming conscious of it. It could be, the answer could be right in front of your face. Here is the answer. And the answer, there lies the answer. And it's been right there, but you never actually saw it because you weren't focusing your attention. Your attention might have been elsewhere. Your attention might have been elsewhere. And that's why we have to stay focused, fine-tune ourselves. What's the truth about this reality? Each and every one of us are masters of the universe. You know, I shared the story when I was a boy and my Nana was babysitting me. And I was running around the house screaming, master of the universe. And she thought this 5-year-old was talking about the universe. She did. But I would watch the show, He-Man, Masters of the Universe. And within this show, they were showing us the truth. You know, you'd see the lightning come down. You see the energy come down. Isn't that actually happening in a sense right now? Going into the body, activating your superpowers. But you just looked at it and you were programmed to think, this is just a show. You have to see deeper. The answers are before us. Now they got Bob the Builder. You could build stuff for the Matrix now. Right? That creativity, Tesla talked about the imagination. Einstein talked about the imagination. It's kind of cool if you're quote unquote smart and you can memorize stuff. It's nothing without imagination. Imagination is the driving force. You could write it in the chat. You could write it in the comments. Imagination is the driving force. Years ago, you'd see the energy come down, boom, he turns into He-Man. For the ladies out there, the energy would come down, boom, there's She-Ra. Each and every one of us, we all have the ability to activate these superpowers at this time. And it's through trial and error. It's not an easy thing. You have to sharpen the sword at this time. You have to fine-tune your skills. Once again, you have to fine-tune your skills. And then all of a sudden, through trial, okay, this works for me, this doesn't. Everything in life is trial and error. There's no book that has all the answers in it. Without yeah, without imagination, there's no creativity. Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful chat we have going on here. Could you kindly hit the like button so others will find this message? If you didn't realize this by now, life is a game. There's a puzzle that's been placed before us. And some people refuse to put the puzzle together because they cannot see the completed picture. They see a bunch of, look at all these pieces. Look at all these pieces here. They're looking all over the place. Look at these pieces. Some people see the pieces scattered and say, oh man, I can never figure this out. And they just give up. But life is a puzzle. And just because you cannot see the final picture, it does not mean that you stop. The fun is in figuring it out. The fun is in figuring it out and putting it together. And that's what each and every one of us are doing. Even myself on my journey, I'm still trying to figure things out. A lot of things don't make sense. You're going one way, then the other. We are navigating a very, very turbulent time. And it's within the ether. And you want to say to yourself, don't you just want to have fun? It was a world famous video on the channel page. We'll share that in the group later if you've never seen that one. Ask yourself, when you are living your life, say, what the heck am I doing this for? Whatever it might be. Start asking yourself, am I having fun? Am I actually enjoying this? And the more that you start peeling off the layers, oh, do I like this job? Oh, do I like this relationship? Oh, do I like going and hanging out with these people? Maybe you're just doing these things because you feel like you have to. But are you actually having fun? Oh, but I have to, but. You don't have to do anything. It's just a game. When you start realizing this, all of a sudden things start to fall into place. It seems insurmountable. Oh my God, 1,000-piece puzzle. Look at all the pieces on the floor. I got to start and you just give up. But I guarantee you, once you got like 5 of them that fit together and you're like, oh, you know what? It's kind of fun. And then all of a sudden, you start figuring it out. And then you become driven. You became driven. You're going to finish this puzzle, kid. You're going to finish the puzzle. So that is, it's all about momentum. You need that driving force. The driving force to get us to move forward. What can we do? Write down things. You could write them that. Write it down. Write it down, class. Write down things that appear to be obstacles. Remember, they appear to be obstacles. But as we know, the obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. You could write it in the comments. The obstacle is the way. No, these are the tasks that God is, like I went through. Okay, figure it out, Mike. I said, son of a... That's what I said. You got to figure out another one now. But every time you're leveling up, and think about this, I'm sure many people at some point in their lives have played a video game. And the next level, it always seems, I can't figure this out. I can't figure this. It gets harder. It gets harder to figure out the level. It gets harder to figure out the level. This is your task. This is your task. And this is how we become masters of the universe. So write down what appears to be the obstacle. Then write down what are you going to do about it. And what this does, the action of writing it down, it is reinforcing radical action. I know a lot of people believe in everything is a unicorn and a rainbow, and it's just wish it into existence. But what are you going to do? Do write it down. You can't just write it down and put it on your wall and it's just going to happen. Remember that God actually works through people. God works through you and maybe another physical person to help bring you something. Like, for example, you might want a job. Like, you don't just like, boom, you're in the job. Like, God might spark something in someone that might give you the job for whatever the reason is. It happens in many ways, just giving an example. You want a relationship. You can't just, there actually has to be, that's a perfect example as well. So it has to happen through other people. It doesn't happen sitting on the couch, eating nachos with cheese, and just sitting there. We have to have the radical action in our everyday lives. Write down what is your obstacle or what appears to be the obstacle. That's your task. And then next to it, write down what are you going to do about it. Sharon, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. You know what? I actually, if you missed last night's Friday Night Live, check it out, or if we were on Patreon as well, and I shared about this. Sharon, I have had this conversation with multiple people, multiple times in the past week. It's fascinating. I find it fascinating. But listen, again, this is the puzzle. And we're all trying to crack this code. We're trying to figure it out. You know, like look at last night's message. What the heck is real? You got to figure it out. It's just a game. Sometimes we get bent out of shape. But when you start to change hit that like button. This is the truth. I changed this is actually just a game. And I have to figure out this game. This is the puzzle. Start to realize this. The truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. It can only be realized. And you realize that this is a game that we're figuring out. We're playing this game together. So write down what appears to be your obstacle. That is the task. You have these little tasks that through trial and error God is giving you to figure it out. You are sharpening your skills. You have the light warrior sword or the love bowl stick. You have the light warrior sword, and you are sharpening your sword at this time. You are sharpening your skills at this time. Reinforce radical action. Focus on this right now. God is giving you what you need. These little minor tasks that you need to figure out via trial and error, that is helping to guide you to where you need to be. You are master of the universe. You have the ability to create new timelines, new realities. Every decision you make is creating a ripple that goes out into the world. Become the change you want to see in the world. Don't sit on the couch with fear. Don't sit on the couch with laziness. Get up and start creating, start making changes. Energy is the ability to cause change. Will you make the changes? I know you have tons of energy there. Tons of energy is coming in right now. Massive solar storm we just got blasted with. If you missed yesterday's video on that. So there's a lot that's coming to the forefront right now. It literally is everything all at once. Everything all at once. That's what this year has been. We're obviously finishing strong. Stay focused on the December energy update. We had a really powerful week with lots of messages, and we're just going to keep putting them out there. So if you're just new to the channel, if you missed any of the messages, head over to the channel page. Check out everything that we had to share. If it calls you, if you'd like to join our Patreon community, we have a brand new video that will be posted at 11 a.m. So check that out on Patreon. If you missed last night's video, it really helps us. You have to train your discernment. You have to train. No one is going, you might not have a clue. Stop thinking about what's good or bad. This is good, this is bad. It just is. Quantum events are happening all month long. Quantum events that will make you go onto a totally new timeline. And you see this event, it's been happening all year. You might have had yours already. If you didn't get it, no one gets out of this year the same. It's a very special year. We learn the most. We're learning. It's not easy. It's not comfortable, but we're learning. We learn through trial and error. We learn by actually living, because you have to have the first-hand experience. Absolutely, Tina. It is a first-hand experience journey. Because people could tell you things. You could read them in a book. In this world, there are theorists and there's practitioners. Practice what you preach. Start sharpening your skills. Start creating the reality that you want to experience. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. What are you doing to sharpen your skills this month? Are you a master of the universe? Let us know in the comments. The comments are very helpful. Read each other's comments. And I'm so grateful when you click that share button. You see that little crooked arrow? Share this message out there. Head over to the channel page. We had a lot of videos. Last night's video really sparks a lot of deep thought. So spend the time checking that out. Think about these things. It's not just one answer for all. It doesn't work that way. You know, we lived in a program. It's a program. It's just a program. This program of duality. It's either left or right. That's it. It's up or down. That's it. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to go. No. There is infinite possibilities. And start diving into this. And once you have broken free of that program, remember, 95% of your reality is dictated by these programs. So once you break free of that program, now you have so many more abilities that you could access. Just like He-Man and She-Ra, when that energy of the universe comes down and enters your DNA receptors, you're activating that person that you came here to be. You are the master of the universe. But what you need to do, you have to have the inexhaustible belief in yourself. I love you all. We have a very powerful month on this channel. We're going to finish strong. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Double check you're still subscribed. I'm so grateful. We are going to show up every day and maybe twice on Friday. We had 2 videos last night. So just stay focused on your mission. You never know what action you take that will spark momentum. Don't forget it. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. There's a new video coming up on Patreon. If it calls you to head over there, see you in the rising. Bye for now.